Welcome back, everyone, to the Age of Sail tournament. I am your host, Chromoid, and this is episode 2, where we will be watching the Raging Barracuda, who won last episode against the Silverside Fleet by Thompson, going up against a newcomer by the name of Weenormous. And if you've been around the forums at all, let me do this real quick, you will know that the name Weenus also pertains to Jemmer, who was the original founder of the first Age of Sail tournament, if you will, although his was more of a pirate-themed tournament. And this is his entry, fresh from the Weenus Legion's docks. This monstrous mother of a ship, coated with rams, kinetic and explosive ammo, or cannons, the ammo's inside, I hope. Just look at that, that's 4 rows, and I don't even know how long each row is, of mortars, as topped off by a row of very fearsome-looking Dahlgren kinetic cannons. I just know Carmenera is going to kill me for mangling these names. And by the way, in case you didn't catch it last time, Carmenera and their team is a user from the forum who's producing a mod for this tournament called the Simple Weapons Rebalance, which powers up all these cannons to make them more fearsome and do more damage, so we get more boom boom in the end. So thank you, Carmenera and company, for doing that. But that's the formalities out of the way. Let's get on with the violence. Sailors ready? Let's get into it. Gosh, my voice is cracking today. I apologize. Long day at work. Alright, got 2 entries settling into the water. The Weenus Legion the Weenormous fires first. The name Weenus Legion is just like infamous throughout these tournaments. It has popped up so many times. And it seems these first broadsides, or these first shots, tend to fall short. Well, at least the Weenormous did. The Barracudas didn't fall short, although it seems to have missed for most part. Oh, nope, I take it back. It did not miss completely. Look at it, just a cloud of projectiles. It splashes everywhere. There's another one. Those look like the kinetic rounds coming in. The Weenormous is most of its firepower on the sides here, so it really needs to get that turned around quickly so it can show the Raging Barracuda a really good time. Although I'm not sure the Raging Barracuda wants any of this really good time. I mean, look at this thing. Look at this. And it's managed to strip some guns off. This is going to be a big key part of these battles. Can you get rid of the opponent's guns before they get rid of yours? Because that's the most exposed and vulnerable part of these ships. Most of these, they're not encased. They're not kind of hidden. As you can see, these guns do swivel a bit. They're not like authentic cannons. The mortars especially have a pretty significant firing arc. So, you know, they don't... And so because they swivel and they can pivot up and down everything, if you kind of encase them like traditional cannons, they have a tendency to hit their own ship when they swivel up and they encounter some blocks and they just fire through them. That said, those forward guns are doing some work on the Raging Barracuda. There goes a bunch of blocks, maybe a couple guns, not many. Mostly just cosmetic damage, although strip most of these mortars off this portion right here. Explosions all across the Weenormous. In spite of the plethora of masts it has, it seems to be really struggling. It's not bringing itself around into a broadside position. I wonder, is its combat turned on? There's a ton of AI on it. No, it's got its combat turned on. That is a thing I will not be doing for anyone if... I mean, I don't like doing this any more than Menti does in his tournaments, but guys, for real, if you're going to submit an entry to these tournaments, please save your blueprint with the AI and the settings you want it to be in when it fights, because we're not going to mess with them. That's just kind of becoming standard tournament protocols. It's not fair to the opponent if we're tampering with things outside the rules. It should be outside of our control. Y'all set up the controls on your vehicles the way they should be. So if you leave something off, I have to assume that it's supposed to be off, even if it's clearly not doing anything being off, you know. Oh my goodness, to Jemmer, your ship is getting destroyed. It did not go broadside. I am not understanding why that is. It just hasn't turned. and now it's lost just about all of its sails. And we saw already in the last episode what happens when you lose your sails, and the Silverside Legion, or fleet, just got destroyed once it became immobile. Although, granted, it nearly took out the Raging Barracuda with it because there were so many of them. Yeah. Raging Barracuda is just circling around, pummeling the Weenormous. Now, it's coming around the side. Does the Weenormous have any guns left on this side, though? Yes, it does. It has this whole back set. Oh, there we go. That's what the Weenormous has been waiting for. Waiting almost too long, it seems. I'm worried that it's waited too long. I'm afraid it's gonna suffer for that. Oh. Oh, no. Oh. Yeah, not a lot of damage. I mean, there's some of that the sails have been damaged a bit. Maybe some wood gone, but that wasn't quite as much as it should have been. Certainly not enough to keep the Barracuda from doing this. And once more, just hammering into the side of the Weenormous. Now it's working on this part that hasn't had a lot of guns taken off. Those explosives and kinetics just stripping off banks of guns at a time and sails, and now the Weenormous has no more propulsion. It's completely sailless now. And if sails are your only method of getting around in this fight, well, you've just become a sitting duck for the Barracuda to chew on. And Barracudas love stationary targets. Barracuda has this really odd wiggling motion. It's kind of bothering me. I know it looks really jerky and odd. That's not my computer. That's the Barracuda. It does this when I'm not recording and when I just have it spawned in too. It wiggles like this. I'm not sure what it's trying to accomplish. Barracuda is taking some damage on the side, but it's not nearly enough to keep it down. It's just going to slaughter the Weenormous at this rate. Weenormous is lacking guns on both sides, and this one has some left, but not nearly as much as it started out with. Oh. Oh, and there goes an ammo storage. You can see underneath, chain reaction going off all the way. Oh, no. Oh. That was multiple ammo storages detonating at the same time within the Weenormous, and it's torn its way all the way up to this set. For some reason didn't set those off, but it was tearing straight down the middle there. And now the Weenormous is listing horribly. It might actually sink at this rate. Let's look at the battle damage. Weenormous at 61%, Raging Barracuda at 98%. The Raging Barracuda is owning this fight. Oh, wow. I wish I could say that I feel like the Weenormous could come back from this, but I don't see how it's possible at this point. It has been ripped to shreds on one side. It has no means of moving forward. It can barely turn itself, and it's trying to turn the side that's already been chewed up and spat back out by the Barracuda to use for its firing platform. It needs to turn this side around, if only so it can get some guns to bear. If only so it can try to knock off some of this huge bank of guns. It's not even done any. Look at that. It's hardly stripped any guns off of it. It's hardly done any damage. It's knocked some of these fins on the top off, but that's it. And meanwhile, you just get cloud after cloud after cloud of explosive and kinetic ordnance just flying in, ready to strip every inch of this Weenormous down so there's nothing left of it. The Weenormous looked impressive when we loaded it in, but its suicidal charge at the beginning seems to have been the death toll for it. I love how these guns keep trying to fire when they have nothing to shoot at. Yeah, the Weenormous charged forward for too long, trying to rely on these front guns to do damage. I guess it wanted to get really close and either ram or turn broadside at a really close range and hammer the Barracuda, but the Barracuda it's got an equally impressive amount of firepower and just could not The Weenormous could not get close enough. It could not bring itself around in time. It lost too many guns by the time it did. It lost too much propulsion. The Barracuda's hardly lost any sails. Look at that. It's got almost all of them left. Even the ones down here. Yeah, these are untouched. These have been trimmed slightly, but that's it. And even this one's completely healthy. The rear guns are fine. Most of this side's fine. It's hardly taking any damage. Meanwhile, the Weenormous is down to 55%, and it's about to despawn, folks. Another big volley from the Barracuda will be all it takes to finish this off, I think. Three, two, one. My timing is terrible. I cannot tell when these guns are going to fire, but they will fire, and there they go. And I have a feeling that this is going to be the nail in the coffin for the Weenormous. It's down to 55%, down to 54%, and that's an automatic despawn due to being too damaged. And there it is, folks, 54, 53, and it didn't even need that. It was already despawning. The Weenormous has been defeated. My condolences to Jimmer. Your beautiful pink monstrosity has been crushed in the jaws of the Barracuda once more. Congratulations, Variant 101. You will be going on to the next set of brackets. I believe that's either the quarter or semifinals, but either way, congratulations on your first two matches. That's a very convincing victory this time after the near disaster against the Silverside fleet. That's it for today, folks. Well, that's it for this episode. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.